Hey 143 fam, we're going to take a look at your February horoscopes here, both your general overview for the month and love. For those of you who are interested in my giveaway, I'm going to be choosing two winners this month. You'll get to choose between a free reading or a free healing session. If you'd like to be considered, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment below your video, and I will notify winners at the very end of the month. Now let's take a look and see what February has in store. Hey Libra, this reading is for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to take a look at your general overview first, then love. I'll have timestamps down below. Libra, general overview, February 2020. Libra, general overview, February 2020. Libra, Spirit's telling me that you or someone very close to you is restless right now. I think for some of you, you have children, and they have a little bit too much pent-up energy. But if you find that this is your energy, that you're feeling restless, a partner at work or a romantic partner feeling a little restless, Spirit's saying to give movement to that energy, like physically move, dance, go work out, use it to create something, to write something down. But this energy has to go somewhere. I see some of you or some of your partners being so restless. It's like it's a lot of physical energy, but it's mentally exhausting. But I'm still seeing some of you not sleeping very well, okay? Move this energy, get it up and out. This isn't the kind of energy to suppress. If a child is really restless, get them into a sport, go like chase them around the house a little bit, like get that energy up and out so someone can sleep better, okay? Let's get a little bit more clarity here. Libra general overview, February 2020. I feel like some of you may also be restless about a new door opening, okay? First card out is steady progress. I understand that energy, but if you do feel impatient for something new to take off, a new door to open, again, I feel like for some of you, this could be like a close partner, a business partner. This may not necessarily be your energy, but it's certainly close enough that it does affect you, okay? But if somebody is too restless to the point where they're impatient, that energy might get blocked. So it's important this month to recognize the progress that you have made. Spirit's saying the progress that you have made together. So I feel like there's some sort of partnership involved here. Definitely the work of maybe more than one person. Recognize that there is steady progress. Please reward yourself for this too. If you have very high expectations for yourself, you feel like there's a time limit. I only have until this month or this year or this age to achieve this. You're sort of missing the picture here. Don't do that. That will create blocks, okay? You don't have to be quite so hard on yourself. If you see a partner or someone close to you being too hard on themselves, setting unrealistic expectations or comparing themselves to other people, like, well, I should achieve this by this age because everybody else I know has done this. Pull them aside, Libra, and have a talk about how it's their timeline. They get to go at their own pace. Their life gets to look different than somebody else's, but you may need to have this conversation with yourself, okay? I definitely feel like for some of you, this applies to you directly. For others of you, you may be picking up on this energy with somebody else. Okay. Creative project sitting at the center. So whether this is a traditional creative project, it's a new opportunity, Spirit's telling me that it's something that you're trying to manifest, okay? So regardless of what it looks like when we're trying to manifest, we are in fact being creative, okay? We are creating our future and our present moments. This is what someone feels restless and possibly a little impatient about. There is progress. Spirit is saying that the seeds have been planted, something is growing. But you do sometimes have to allow the physical time to catch up with where things are at spiritually, okay? The prayers have been answered. There is a breakthrough. There is positivity here. Keep going. Focus on the positive, not the negative, okay? And again, if you're starting to feel restless or impatient, rather than allow that to spiral out of control into insomnia or manifesting some sort of energetic block, use it. Use it as motivation to go to the gym. Use it as motivation to create more. I see some of you could be putting more work in. That's okay. Spirit's like, look, if you're up late anyway, let's get some work done. Instead of lying there unable to sleep, use that time, okay? Because what I'm being shown is if you do that for a night or two, you're going to get that energy up and out, and you will, in fact, be able to sleep. But there's definitely a message around sleep here and insomnia, too. I do think for some of you, it could be a creative child, A creative child, of course, that also applies to creative inner child that would like to come out and play too, for those of us that are grown up here. But I do think there are some creative children. They may need an outlet. They may not realize that they're creative. You may have not seen your child as a creative soul yet. Give them an outlet. Give them, literally, Spirit saying, give them a blank canvas to draw on. Give them something to create on. Get them into something musical. Get them into something artistic. But I'm getting sports too. But again, that can be restless. That creative energy, channeling channeling creative energy and not having an outlet for it, that's just going to feel like pent up energy, okay? Daydream, this comes or goes hand in hand with manifestation. Your dreams are coming true, those daydreams, especially what you've been very consciously trying to manifest at this time. For many of you, this is coming to fruition. Now, this isn't your love reading yet, but Spirit is saying that some of you are very consciously trying to manifest a new partner. Now, that doesn't mean just romantic or just business, but I am getting some new romantic partners here for some of you. Maybe getting patient. Okay, it's 2020. I've been trying to manifest this for a while. It's happening. But the energy, okay, it needs time to filter all the way down into the physical realm, okay, to manifest all the way into the physical realm. Allow enough time. Allow enough time. So while you're waiting for that new opportunity in work or in love or whatever that breakthrough is with the creative projects, what you should also be doing is finding ways to continue to work on yourself, finding ways to continue tweaking things. Again, finding other outlets for joy and experiencing self-expression. Find other outlets for self-expression, okay? All of that's going to help you honor this. It's going to help you ultimately honor your growth, not just what Spirit is bringing through to completion that you're trying to manifest, but honoring your personal growth. But obviously, we're coming back to a lot of manifestation here. Steady progress clarified by law of attraction, okay? I think many of you are very consciously manifesting change. You're very consciously manifesting breakthroughs. Now, creative energy also goes hand in hand with fertility, okay? So for those of you trying to create family, trying to manifest that, trying to call children into the picture, steady progress, okay? There may be some elements you don't know about, especially when we're talking about other souls. You may be trying to have a family with somebody, but it really does have to align in divine timing. That's not something that you're going to want to rush. You do have to surrender a little bit to this process, but there's so much law of attraction here. It's like Spirit saying, yes, your prayers have been heard. Now your prayers are being answered. Give yourself and give us a little bit of time to manifest all of this into the physical realm for you. But this is all positive, Libra. But I can understand some of that restless energy, because I think some of you are picking up, okay, I'm on the brink of change. Like, I'm really on the brink of something really big here. I can feel it. I can feel it down into my bones. Like, when is this going to show up? A lot of energy work here too, okay? So creative projects, center the reading message, clarified by energy healing. If you feel like you're not making steady progress, I think most of you are. I think for the majority of you probably are utilizing energy work, hence all of the law of attraction energy here to manifest this full circle. It's working, okay? So make sure you are only focused on what it is that you do want. Make sure you're only communicating in the form of what you do want, okay? So that is all you manifest. If you feel like there are blocks, if you feel like some of that impatient energy has maybe blocked you, has blocked a partner, an opportunity you really could have sworn was going to work out that didn't work out, I think for some of you that is just a blessing in disguise, okay? But get some energy work done if you feel like you need it. I feel like for those of you who should be getting energy work done, it has to do with eliminating blockages that come from some impatience, okay? Helping you release and surrender so that things can manifest in divine timing and get you back into divine flow. For those of you Spirit saying, if you have a creative block right now, get some energy healing done. That goes hand in hand with that restlessness. It's not actually a creative block. It's actually an overabundance of creative energy that hasn't had an outlet, and now it's all built up, okay? It's not really a block, though, so don't feel like there's a lack of creative energy here. It's the complete opposite. Get some energy healing done if you need it. You guys know I specialize in energy work, okay? I'm a shaman. I'm a Reiki master teacher. Reach out if I can help you. But I think the main message here is that a lot of this you're going to be doing yourself, okay, in the form of law of attraction. Spirit's also saying, hands in hand with law of attraction, to do more of what brings you joy, okay? Because when you align with joy, regardless of what activity or person or conversation or spirit saying or book or whatever it is that brings you joy, you align with that joy energy, it's going to start to show up in other areas of your life. So make sure you are taking time for yourself. We have daydream here clarified by let your past go. This doesn't feel like something too many of you are struggling with. I feel like you're so ready to let the past go. You are so ready to let go that you're impatient about the future, okay? You may be actually dreaming a little too much. Too much energy work, too much of law of attraction trying to manifest can also create a block. Just putting this out there, but you do feel ready to let go of the past. For those of you who may be holding on to someone or something, but you still feel like you need momentum forward, I think for the majority of you, you've already let go what you need to let go of. But if you haven't yet, work on that this month. This is also side by side with energy healing, okay? Energy healing can help you let go of some of the people, some of the situations that could be holding you back at this time, okay? Let's get you a crowning card here. Libra. I already know what card this is. Okay? Crowning the reading, new partner. I'm telling you, some of you are just impatient and you're feeling a little restless because you know you're on the brink of something fated. You know you're on the brink of something new, meeting somebody new. Whether that's romantic, whether that's in business, or some other opportunity. Definitely definitely in regards to creative projects for many of you. This is on its way to you. There is fate. There is fate crowning all of this. All of this all month long for you, Libra. Focus on the progress so you don't block this. But I think for many of you, you're getting that breakthrough this month. This feels very, very, very close, especially crowning your reading. This feels like energy. It's very close to you, a person very close to you. God was saying with steady progress, make sure you reward yourself. Reward yourself, reward your inner child. Okay, bottom of the deck. Message, reward yourself for letting go of the past. Reward yourself for all of this energy work and healing that you've done and cleansing, and this is going to be a reward from spirit, but reward yourself too, okay? I feel like some of you could be working hard and not giving yourself enough credit for how far you've actually come. There's a lot of progress here, especially for those of you too. I feel like some of you are supporting families. Some of you could be supporting families alone, children alone. You may not feel like you have time to reward yourself. Like that's just not something you naturally do or you would normally make time for. This is the month to do that. Again, as you align with joy, as you take better care of yourself, better energy comes in, okay? But there is this faded energy showing up here in February for you. So Libra, let's get a little clarity in love. Libra in love, February 2020. Libra in love, February 2020. Spirit just said to me, someone faded for you, Libra. Someone faded for you, Libra. If you're single, I'm telling you, you're on the brink. You're on the brink of someone coming in, passively changing the game all the way up for you. Like, no more dating, okay? Like, changing it up for you altogether. I'm seeing somebody already has for many of you, especially if you're more like a newer stage of a relationship. I feel like something's growing roots right now. Something you wouldn't have expected would have been so serious has now turned into like more of a serious commitment. You may feel like you're ready. Somebody may have been pressuring you a little bit toward, pushing you toward commitment, and you may not have been ready, and all of a sudden you have a moment like, I've met somebody. Like, this is really legitimate. I need to see where this goes. This is very happy, very joyful energy here. So Libra in love. It's going to say February, and this pops first, okay? I think for those of you, if there's anything you still have to let go of, it's a separation with somebody. I know I've channeled this for you recently too, Libra, but I feel like there's somebody you've let go of that is still struggling with separation. It may not necessarily be that you are still trying to connect to them, but it could be their energy cords either still connected to you or reconnecting to you every time you cleanse. Send this person a lot of love, light, and healing because it does hold you back a little bit in love, especially for those of you who are single or trying to develop a relationship in a really healthy way. You may also feel like this is true for a partner you're dating. It doesn't necessarily feel like you or the partner. It feels like an ex. It feels like somebody's really struggling with the separation. I just heard, I can't believe this is done. Like, I can't believe Libra has moved on. I can't believe that we're really done. I was banking on this. I thought this was it for me. So definitely in meditation, if this person comes to mind, or if they're reaching out to you, be sending them a tremendous amount of love and light. Part of your energy healing, part of what you can manifest in alignment, always a free will, highest good and harm to none, right? We don't mess with people's free will in terms of energy work, but you can still have the intention out there for them. Universe, please heal this person. I send them so much love, light, and peace. Give them acceptance, when they're ready for it, alignment of their free will, highest good and harm to none, so that they can move on with their life too. Somebody's struggling, but I feel like energetically it's holding some of you back. Okay, especially if this is someone who does continue to reach out to you, or especially if this is someone who does continue to reach out to your new partner. I'm also hearing too, someone may be separated from their children. And it may not be that the relationship, this could have been a divorce or an end of a relationship way in the past, but it feels like someone may have moved, sitting at the center of the reading. Someone may have moved and have taken the kids, or you may have taken the kids and now the ex is like, I don't see my kids enough. Someone could be struggling because they're missing their children right now. Could be an older child who's now moved away. You don't see them or hear from them as often. That could be really difficult. I think that pertains to more of you who may already have longer term commitments, or who have had longer term commitments. I do see for some of you, maybe a smaller percentage, you may have gotten very close with somebody's children, but then you broke up. And unfortunately, it has severed the ties with the kids. I do think there's a happy medium there, but I feel like someone could possibly be preventing the ex from being in contact with the kids. They are struggling. So if they're a good person, if this is a partner that you have cut out of your life, but they're a really beautiful soul to your children, you might want to consider finding a happy medium so they can be in some sort of contact. But I do feel like for those of you who've gotten, I don't want to say attached, but healthy attachment, a lot of love for somebody else's kids, I feel like someone's just missing children, okay? Someone may be kept at this time from children that they love. Okay, but moving on. So separation followed by honeymoon at the center. Now this is where this gets exciting for those of you who have gone through separations and who have healed. Someone fated comes in. Spirit's saying someone fated comes in from afar. So do you think you may be connecting to people who are from some different part of the world, like very, very different part of the world? You may be traveling and meeting somebody. I see travel here for you for sure. I feel like you may be traveling with a friend. This also comes through to me as a possible water sign. I'm getting Cancer for you here, Libra, possibly a Cancer. I'm also hearing that a Cancer may be trying to come back. So if there is still love, and you're not ready to let them go, especially if there are children involved, and you think this is of the highest good for everybody involved, you may consider letting a water sign come back, okay? Following all of this is let your friends help you. I feel like friends will be very supportive of new love. Friends will be very supportive if you are going through a separation. But honestly, most of the separation energy really feels like it's an ex that is struggling, not so much you. If anything, I see you out with friends. I see you socializing. I see you reconnecting with friends who are maybe who live far away from you. I do feel a reconnection here, but it may not necessarily be in love. I feel like maybe someone in love would like a reconnection. If you're not open to that, I think a friend may try to reconnect with you, or you may try to reconnect with a friend. It feels very healthy. So separation, clarify by keep an open mind. If you are still in love with someone you are separated from, this could potentially be a very good time to call somebody back in. I'm just channeling that through this card. I don't normally, but Spirit is showing me somebody coming back in, like somebody on a boat coming back to shore, okay? There's someone coming home. There's someone coming back. So don't be surprised if someone at least tries to come back, okay? But if this is something you want and you are open-minded, there could be a possible resolution here. Now, Spirit's also telling me for those of you in committed relationships where you're not emotionally separated or even physically separated from one another because of a break or a divorce or anything like that. Healthy relationship here. I'm seeing there could be separation because of travel. Someone's away for work and it's very difficult. The water I'm getting here are emotions, okay? A lot of emotions because someone is separated. Rely on your friends, rely on family, rely on people who can help get you through that separation, because I can see somebody really, really struggling. And that does, in that scenario, it feels like you. It feels like you could really be struggling, Libra, with being away from somebody that you love, and you can't wait to return home to them. You can't wait to see them again, or you can't wait for them to return home to you, okay? But I do feel like for those of you who have gone through a separation and you're healed and you would prefer that no one from the past comes back, okay? Keep an open mind to people you meet while you travel. Keep an open mind in general. It feels like someone really good for you. They may not be your type, but they're really good for you, and they're about to show up. There is a fated factor for you, Libra, this month. Not just in love, but it definitely applies to love. Someone's close. That's what I'm hearing. Someone's close, or someone's close to you. Are you getting closer to somebody? Those almost popped, but we're not going to take those. Are you getting closer to somebody and you weren't expecting to have real feelings, to really be developing romantic feelings for somebody here? Wow, of course. Clarifying honeymoon at the center, express your love. I think some of you are getting close. You're falling in love. I think some of you are moving closer together. But they're just a closeness in general. For those of you in very healthy relationships, I see you being able to spend more time with a partner. I see that when somebody is traveling, you are making a conscious effort to stay in contact better than you have in the past. So when someone's away or when you're away, it doesn't feel like such a void, because I feel like somebody has been suffering with someone being away, someone being distant, someone being distracted with work, possibly being like very far away for work. And maybe somebody in the mix was just trying to like suppress that. Like, I want to be supportive. I don't want to talk about this. It's all good. It's time to talk about that. It's time to make sure. It's time to make sure you and a partner can handle the circumstances around work, so no one's feeling neglected. Because I feel like you can travel, or your partner can travel without the other person having to suffer. I feel like there could just be better communication. Even if you're in very different parts of the world, time zones are very different. You can still make that happen. Okay. Someone may need you to do that. You may need a partner to do that for you. Let your friends help you. It's clarified by passion. I think some friends may turn into something romantic too. I feel like a friend who became a romantic partner, that may be somebody trying to come back into. Okay, if there's been a separation from somebody, if you started out as friends and there's a really solid friendship at the core that turned into love, that person still feels very passionate about you. Feels like there's a lot of love there. So if you have a lot of love for this person, don't be surprised if they're reaching out, or if you feel like you should reach out to them and call them back in. But I think for the most part, I'm seeing Libras out with friends. I can see Libras actually, what's coming through this clarifying friends again, is introducing somebody you're very passionate about to your friends. And again, friends being very supportive. Friends really loving that you're happy. Friends really liking the new partner. Clarifying, crowning all of this is love yourself first. It's self-love. You're prioritizing you. It's made you very attractive. Again, we come back to law of attraction. You prioritize self-love, you attract people who will also be able to love you. Without this, without self-love intact, without prioritizing yourself, having healthy boundaries, we don't attract quality people, right? So law of attraction, especially if you're still single, making yourself a priority so somebody else can show up and love you the right way too. But it's got to start with you. Bottom of the deck, we actually have two difficult cards. Actually, I'm going to hold all of these up. Okay, so we have deception, unrequited love. This is past tense. This is not now. What's underneath it? New love. For those of you who've dealt with passionless relationships, deceptive partners, this chapter's done. Like, I could legit just like throw these cards away right now. Okay, we're not going to do that because I love my deck of cards, but these don't apply to you anymore. This is where it's at. It's new love. It's new journey. Spirit just said, Spirit said new joy. New joy, okay? So there's something really fated showing up. I think for those of you who've dealt with maybe a deceptive partner or somebody, maybe something forgivable, but it did create a separation at some point. One, I see that being completely healed, but I see a new journey. I see a new chapter, okay? Libra, if you feel like you need more clarity than this, reach out to me. I'm available for private readings. I'm available for energy healing work. Again, you guys know that I specialize in energy healing. I will be back mid-month with your mid-month love reading at that time. But in the meantime, I'm sending you all so much love, like gratitude. I'll see you back here soon. Ciao.